My name's Stephen Mike, and what I am about to tell you is not just some spooky campfire tale or a dramatized internet creepypasta. This really happened to me, and I'll never forget it for as long as I live. I had just moved into a new apartment in Chicago. Nothing fancy, just a small studio on the third floor of a building built in the late 1920s. I was excited, starting a new job, new city. The rent was cheap, the neighbors kept to themselves, and the landlord was a little weird but polite. Everything was fine for the first few weeks. I'd get up, go to work, come home. Microwave, routine, quiet. Then one night, I was rearranging furniture and moving my dresser to the opposite wall. That's when I noticed it. A weird seam in the wallpaper behind it, almost like a door frame. I tapped on it. Hollow. My heart thudded a little faster. I peeled the wallpaper away, and there it was. An old, narrow door. No handle. Just a tiny keyhole with rust around the edges. It creeped me out, but I figured it was just some sealed-off maintenance closet. The next day, he looked ... Dead space. That phrasing stuck with me. So of course, like a dumb horror movie protagonist, that night I bought an old skeleton key set online and waited for it to arrive. 3 days later, the door creaked open like it hadn't been touched in decades. It was pitch black, dust, cobwebs, the smell of mildew and something metallic. I pointed my flashlight in and saw a narrow staircase leading downward. Even though I was on the 3rd floor, that made no sense. But I went down, step by step. It felt like I descended for hours, though it was probably just a minute. Then the stairs opened up into a small, concrete room, completely silent. No pipes, no draft, just silence. And then I saw it. A mirror on the far wall, but when I looked into it, I didn't see my reflection. I saw a version of me, but not me. Pale, hollow eyes, bloody mouth, grinning. Then it spoke, but not out loud. Why did you open the door? My flashlight flickered. I turned to run, but the staircase was gone. Just a wall. Panic slammed into my chest. I screamed, punched the wall, and then I heard footsteps. Not mine. Slow, deliberate, and getting closer. My body froze. I turned slowly and saw the version of me, or whatever it was, walking. I backed into a corner, praying it would disappear, wake up, something. But it didn't. It whispered. You let me in. I passed out, woke up in my bed. Sunlight pouring in. no seam, nothing. Like it never existed. But I couldn't sleep after that, for weeks. Then things started changing. I'd see myself in mirrors, doing things I wasn't doing, blinking out of sync, shadows in corners. I even heard my own voice whispering in my ear at night. My personality changed. I got angry, paranoid, depressed. I was losing myself. One night, I nearly jumped out my window. Some tiny part of me, that S, when I knew, whatever I let out of that hidden room, ripped the entire thing apart with a hammer. Nothing, just bricks. But then, taped behind a wallpaper, I found an old photo, black and white, of a man who looked exactly like me, dated 1931, and written on the back, he let it out. We all paid. That was my breaking point. I checked into a spiritual retreat outside the city. I don't care what you believe in. Therapy, energy, healing. They told me I'd opened a spiritual gate. A mirror is a reflection. Yes, but also a door. And whatever I had seen was a manifestation of myself, twisted by the building's history. A violent man who had lived there. They helped me reconnect with my own identity, face the shadow version of myself, and take back control. It took months, but I made it. And now, I'm here to tell you. Don't let curiosity overpower your sense of danger. And if you ever find a hidden room in your home, leave it alone. Block it off. Tell someone. Don't try to handle it yourself like I did. Because sometimes the scariest things aren't ghosts or monsters. They're reversions of ourselves we've airlocked away until we give them a door to walk through. I learned that fear can consume us or shape us, but it asks the choices we make, while we re-afraid that define who we really are. And now I help others who've had experiences they can't explain. That's my purpose now, to shine light into the dark and remind people they aren't alone. So that's my story. Believe it or don't. But if you ever hear a whisper in the dark, or see something in your reflection that shouldn't be there, remember what I said. Just don't open the door.